Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. Let us get on to it. Oh, stuck. Hi, Wolfie. How you doing? Watch out for creepers. Burning skeletons. Seems to be the only thing we need to worry about right there. Oh, that's right. There was that single floating tree. Let's fill in the hidey hole here, and then we can continue. Oh, I don't have any dirt. Here, Wolfie, have a bone. Which, oh, okay, you're full. By the way, I realize now that in the last episode I was cooking... No, Wolfie, don't come down here. We're actually leaving. I started cooking the pork chops, thinking they would heal Wolfie more. And turns out that's not the case. The cooked pork chops heal wolves the same as the uncooked pork chops. I'm not sure why. In the previous episode before that, so many of you were requesting that I feed him cooked pork chops, so... Last time I ever take advice from you guys, also along the same lines, I hear from Good and BOO that apparently you can eat spider eyes, so that's something they learn from their subscribers over and over and over again. So, oh, there is a creeper over there kind of hanging out, enjoying his shady lookout post. But yeah, here is the magical floating tree on a single block. It's very amazing. Get your last look at it. Oh, Wolfie wants to go. Okay, let's get going. I do have some fantastical news over at farlandsorbust.com. We raised exactly $2,922, which, as you know, is 10% of the way to our Farlands or Bust Child's Play charity fundraiser. And that's amazing. I appreciate it. And of course, that $2,922 is already on top of the $11,739 that we raised last year. So that's amazing. I appreciate it. You guys are very generous, and it's a great cause to get behind. It boggles the mind. I can't understand how much generosity you guys have shown towards that and support for this little walkathon I'm doing. Little is the key term there. So that's great, and as promised, at the 10% mark, I'm going to be making another in real life video from the Farlands or Bust offices, kind of giving you a little bit of a tour, more than what you saw during the 25,000 subscriber special with the Lego building. And then I'm also kind of going to do an over-the-shoulder how I record and edit and produce the Farlands or Bust series. So look forward to that. It looks like, I think I'm going to try to... A lot of burning mobs. I think I'm going to try to record that during, not this episode, but during the next episode I record. So it's going to be a couple days before that gets up. But I just wanted to acknowledge that fact and thank you guys. Oop, zombies. And thank you guys once again. But I do have, let me negotiate this before I kill myself. Alright. Very interesting landscape. Hi, Wolfie. Don't hurt yourself, please. I do have, since you're going to have to wait a couple days for that, I do have something else to hold you guys off. Another surprise, a bonus, as you will. I know you guys have been waiting a long time for this, but I'm very... Woof. Yeah, you've been waiting a long time too, Wolfie. I'm very... Wow. Sorry. I'm very distracted by the terrain. Oh! I hear a lot of badness around me, but I gotta check this out. Whoa! Coolness. Watch your step. This is pretty awesome. It's the Arc of Amazing 10%-ness or something. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Cool. I just want to check this out. I like it. Once again, the classic 1.7.3 terrain generation. I do miss it so... well, that's kind of a neat structure. It's all connected. But yeah, anyway, continue on. The suspense is building, I know. But, wow, this is awesome. Sorry, I have to take a screenshot of this, actually, is what I'm going to have to do. What is a screenshot? F2. Actually, I should probably get rid of that. Let's get Wolfie in the shot. Boop. And a boop. It's going to be a panoramic. I'll post this up on Facebook and Twitter once I get it stitched together. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Alright, so I'll stitch that together and post it up on the Facebook. It's facebook.com/farlandsorbust, or my Twitter, twitter.com/KurtJMac. But, like I said, the suspense is killing you. What I have to announce today is the opening of the Farlands or Bust t-shirt store. That is something that has been long in the making. I know a lot of you have been requesting it. I've been talking about it, and I've just been kind of more concentrated on making videos and content here for YouTube and you guys. But now, last night I was up till like 2 a.m. Designing the store and the shirts, and it's just a start. I just have 3 designs right now, but if you want to check it out, I have it up over on Spreadshirt. It's farlands.spreadshirt.com, and there's also a navigation link at farlandsorbust.com in the header. I have 3 designs. I guess I'll probably be putting like an overlay, an image overlay, a preview here for you guys in the video. But the first design is the simple Farlands or Bust logo. It's just the basic text, and it's a vector design, so it's just a simple 2-color. It's a lot more, I guess, of a durable and a lot sharper printing process called flex printing. It's just 2 colors. So that's the most basic design. So you can show off your love for Farlands or Busts on your bust, because that's kind of where it goes. The next design is Indeed. It's the Indeed with the avatar face, my avatar with the 3D glasses and whatnot, saying Indeed in the snarky yellow text. Indeed. That is a 4-color print, and that's also available up there. And then the third is often requested, the floating block of ice. And that was a really cool design I kind of spent a long time on. I drew that design for the floating block of ice in vector, and then put the text in there in the Farlands or Bust font. So that's a really cool, kind of a funny shirt. People, if you wear that shirt, people will be asking, what the heck is that all about? And yeah, so that's, and there's no like website or Farlands or Bust logo on any of those last 2 shirts. The only Farlands or Bust logo is on that first shirt. So they're kind of inside joke kind of things. But yeah, those 3 designs are available there. I have them right now just available in either a standard weight or the heavyweight t-shirts. The standard weights are all $15.99 right now, and the heavyweights are $18.99, which is kind of going in line with, I was looking at a lot of other YouTubers' t-shirt stores. That's pretty much in line. And in some cases a little bit cheaper than some other t-shirts you can find on Spreadshirt. So go check those out. I know a lot of you have requested those. You can buy those. Make sure you look at the sizing correctly to get the right size. Now I've ordered one of each design for myself, but I haven't received them yet, so I can't comment on the quality. Good, I talked to Good yesterday, and he uses Spreadshirt, and he says he thinks the printing quality and the t-shirt quality is great. He says for him it seems like a better deal, and it's worth it to get the heavyweight fabric over the standard weight t-shirts. But I just wanted to make it available in both kinds, so you can decide whether or not how much you want to spend, because the heavyweight's a little bit more expensive, as you know. But he said he approved, so I'm waiting to get my versions in. I might, because of that, if you're going to go and get these right away, it's a little bit of a trial run. The designs, I might adjust them slightly or change their position or size once I get my own in hand, and I can kind of compare maybe, oh, this needs to be a little bit bigger or smaller or higher or lower. So consider these limited edition first runs. So you can go check those out, like I said, over at farlands.spreadshirt.com. And of course, over time, I'm going to be adding new designs. I'm still working with some artists to maybe get another version of the Farlands or Bust logo with like a cartoon character of myself and Wolfie, or adding other designs over time. But right now, those are up there, so go check those out. You can also, with Spreadshirt, you can customize. You can choose which color shirt you want it to go on. Obviously, some colors work better than others depending on the artwork on there. But yeah, I think I've touched on all that. So yeah, the Farlands or Bust t-shirt store is up. So that's great, and I appreciate all your guys over time, all your input and suggestions on that. I know you've waited a long time for that, a lot of you. So I'm glad to finally be debuting it as a special thank you for reaching 10% here on. I think this is this episode 125. I think this is episode 125 of Farlands or Bust. So excellent, and etc. I also really quickly want to thank, along the same lines, a few people who gave tips into the tip jar for Farlands or Bust channel. I want to thank Daniel. Let's make the elevated hidey-ho. Daniel for his very generous donation. That's going to go to making the future Farlands or Bust setup for audio much more professional, because you all know how obsessed I am about audio quality. So thank you, Daniel, very much for that. And also thank you, James, for your generous donation. Both going towards the improvement of the Farlands or Bust channel and computing system and frequency of videos and whatnot. But yeah, let's go to sleep. I do have to remember to avoid these cactuses in the morning because Wolfie has problems with those. So going to sleep. And awakeness. And let's go this way, Wolfie. Woof. Yeah, that's a good idea. But yeah, there's that. Okay, got everything. What else? I talked about the pork chop fiasco of the last episode. I guess I can start answering some questions. What am I going to answer? Oh, I got a question from Steve May 09 or Stev May 09. There's no E at the end of Steve. Stev May 09 asked a few episodes ago, he asked if I draw unemployment checks, because I mentioned, obviously, many times that I quit my job back in July. No, I don't draw unemployment checks because I'm not unemployed. Oop, you okay, Wolfie? I thought I heard you squeak. I'm not unemployed. I quit my job under my own decision, and right now I'm trying to make this YouTube and content creation on the internet thing work. Certainly not drawing a full-time paycheck out of it. And I guess to clarify, obviously there's the Farlands or Bust for Child's Play charity fundraiser. All that, anybody who donates to that, it goes directly to childsplaycharity.org. I see none of that, and then that just adds to the tally on the chip-in widget. So that is in no way connected to anything I get. So that 100% goes to Child's Play charity, and there's no other way I would obviously do that. Obviously I'm a YouTube partner here, so the ad revenue is what I'm using to stay alive and feed myself and have a roof over my head, just by the skin of my teeth there, with what little YouTube earnings I get there. And then same goes for what I'm using, you know, the couple bucks per t-shirt and the tip jar, the Farlands or Bust tip jar. I'm putting that back into the channel. That sort of stuff I'm putting back into the channel. Like I said, I'm going to be building my new computer in the coming weeks. I'm going to be using Daniel specifically earmarked his donation for an audio, either a kind of a high-tech audio card or an audio a little bit better microphone and, you know, professionally sort of situation. So certainly when you donate to that, and I always, again, I recommend and damn near require you to first donate to Child's Play charity before giving to the Farlands or Bust tip jar. But yeah, there's little notes you can send. I can't guarantee I'll follow whatever earmark you give to your donation, but it always helps. You can add a note, and I'll certainly do my best to adhere to that. But yeah, that's where I'm currently gaining my income. So no, I'm not, and I never have drawn any unemployment checks or anything like that. I just don't need that. I'll reserve that to the people who actually need it. But yeah, there's that question. I have a few things that were actually a series of questions from a few people. Oh, watch out for the cactus, Wolfie. Whew, okay. Oh, looks like we finally get to use a boat. To see. Get rid of some miscellaneous dirt. Spelunk. Alright, and onward. Let's see. Epic Gamers of Death. Epic Gamers of Death. Asked 3 questions. They asked, have I ever had braces? Yes. Yes, indeed, I had braces. And I was chatting with somebody on the Mindcrack server about this. I can't remember who just got braces. But yeah, I had braces for a very long time. Watch out, Wolfie. Throughout middle school and high school, for about 6 years, I had braces, which couldn't have come at a better time, you know, when I'm developing my social self and you know, getting used to, you know, going through puberty and whatnot through middle and high school. Couldn't be a better time to be totally self-conscious about your teeth. But I had one hell of an overbite, so I had the full-on headgear thing going on, the braces. That was a magical time in my life. Very painful and both physically and emotionally. Wipes a single tear from his face. But yeah, I had braces, and now my teeth are much straighter. Although I've lost, a long time ago, I lost my retainer, and I know you're supposed to like wear that forever. But I kind of lost track, not lost track, but lost touch with, oh, watch it, Wolfie. Lost touch with my orthodontist. He honestly was kind of a jerk. He would always, you know, I was a kid, I was in middle school. He would always get like mad at us if we broke our braces. You know, like, of course, I'm 14 years old. My braces are going to break. You know, I'm going to eat something I shouldn't and they're going to break, whatever. But he would like get visibly angry at us for breaking our braces. It's like, whatever, guy. Get used to it. It's your job. But yeah, there was all that torment. I remember there was one, I guess a quick story, in gym class. I was kind of, you know, sitting out on the sidelines, as most nerds do, and give me a whoa, and an errant basketball. I'm a little bit suspicious as to whether it was aimed at me or not, but I was looking the other way, and suddenly I got a basketball in the face, right in the mouth, and it was interesting because it busted up my braces and cut the hell, you know, totally filleted my lips, and there was blood streaming down my face, and I'm sure I freaked a few people out. I'm possessed by the devil! But yeah, that was one of the many times my braces broke. But yeah, like I said, I kind of lost touch and lost my my retainer, so my teeth have a little bit shifted back, which is unfortunate, but they're much straighter now than they would have been. I had an overbite where I could actually fit my thumb between my front and back teeth, so yeah. This face is brought to you by years of anguish and orthodontic magic. But yeah, I definitely had braces. His next question was, will you officially end your Grid series? Obviously, as you know, I was playing Grid for a while, the racing game Grid, and I've now switched to Driver San Francisco. I don't know, I got a little bit bored with Grid. The most fun I was having was with the Demolition Derby, and I didn't want to turn it into every time I played Grid I played Demolition Derby. It was just like the same track over and over and over again. I don't know, I might return to it. Again, there might be another game I get that allows me to use my racing wheel, and we can do that, or I might do an errant video now and again, but right now I'm kind of concentrating on Driver. I do indeed like driving games. I know that's not many YouTube LPers do driver games, or driving games, but it's just something I've always liked. I like cars, and I personally, in real life, just enjoy driving, to be quite honest with you. It's something I miss about having a job, is that I you know, driving every day was kind of the highlight. I know it's kind of, a lot of people find driving to be annoying, having to deal with jerks on the roads and you know, traffic and stuff like that, but I actually enjoyed and had fun with driving most times. Although I suppose, in the back of my mind, it was one of the reasons I eventually decided to quit my job. It's kind of the litmus test for whether or not you should quit your job or how much you hate your job is, I was kind of thinking, you know, if somebody were to like run a red light and I were to get killed or something on my commute to work, to this job that I was absolutely unsatisfied with, how pointless would that be? Like, seriously. Oh, he died driving to a job that he didn't like. Whoop-de-doo. What a waste. So yeah, that was kind of a little bit of an aha moment. Oh, I gotta watch out for these cacti. Let me go up here over this way. Oh. Nope, I see light down there. I don't trust that sand one bit. We're going to take a little bit of a detour, Wolfie. So yeah, that was kind of on there. But yeah, I do like driving, and I'm actually, I don't mean to brag, but I do fancy myself to be quite a good driver in real life. I've never gotten a ticket. I've never gotten in an accident. That's not to say that it's like driving Miss Daisy with me, but I like to have my fun every now and again, but yeah, I've never gotten a ticket, never gotten an accident, although I've avoided quite a few accidents through skillful wheel work. Guess I have time for a quick little story. It was like 3 years ago. Whoa. Okay, let's go this way. A few years ago, we had a snow, it wasn't snow, it was just like, it got really cold overnight for no reason. Well, I guess for the reason that it was winter, but, and everything froze, and the roads the next morning on the commute were just ice skating rinks, basically. So I was driving to work, and, I was going, I was on a road that was the speed limit was 50, but we were all going 30, 35. A red light comes up. It's a 4-lane highway, not a highway, but a city street. A stoplight comes up. It's a red light. I gently tap on my brakes. My Cavalier doesn't have anti-lock brakes. Not that it would have helped me in this situation, but I gently put on my brakes. The guy in front of me comes to a stop, but I do not. I continue going. All 4 wheels lock up, and I continue going, and I slide sideways, and I'm like literally at a perpendicular 90-degree angle to the lanes of the road. I'm sliding sideways towards this guy who's in front of me in the lane, and I can kind of tell that he's trying to get out of the way because he can see me coming. He's kind of freaking out in the rearview mirror, but there's nothing I can do, and he gets stuck on ice, so there's nothing he can do to pull away. Well, these cows are going to be annoying. So I basically, in the back of my mind, you kind of have, I'm sure of those of you who have gotten in accidents or gotten in situations like that, there's a moment in your brain where you're like, well, this is it. This is going to happen now, and my day is going to be ruined. That kind of went through my mind, and then as I'm sliding, somehow I just decide, nuts to it, instead of hitting the brakes, I'm going to hit the gas. The Cavalier's a front-wheel drive car. Maybe it'll pull me around, and I must have caught like a patch of road that wasn't covered in ice, and I was able to totally, like Driver San Francisco power slide, correct into the turn, hit the gas, and my back end snapped back around, and then I was in the lane next to him, and I came to a spot I came to a stop right next to the guy who was freaking out, who I was literally about to hit. And it was like my hands were moving at like 10,000 miles a second trying to correct the wheel and stuff like that. I came to a stop next to him, kind of like fingers gripped on the wheel really hard. And I looked over at him, and he was looking at me, and I kind of smiled and gave the thumbs up and then continued on. So that was kind of a proud moment. I'm like, whew, that was a close one. I don't know if that many other people would have known what to do in that situation. I was probably really lucky to have grabbed a patch of asphalt that wasn't covered in ice, maybe, but yeah, that's just one of the many stories I have of avoiding accidents. So yeah, that's fingers crossed, knock on wood. I've obviously got my license when I was 16, so I've been driving for 13 years now, and no accidents and no tickets. No, wait. Yeah, 13 years. Mathematics, not good at it. But yeah, that answers that question in a roundabout way. You have another question, but I'll answer it next episode. So yeah, thanks for all those questions. Story time here today. I hope you enjoyed it. But and yeah, let me remind you once again, you can keep going to farlandsorbust.com to contribute to Child's Play charity. Like I said, we reached 10%, so in a few days I'll be recording and then uploading the thank you video, the in real life Far Lands or Bust office tour, so look forward to that. You can check out the Far Lands or Bust t-shirt store for everybody who kept asking me for that. And yeah, I think that's it. You can like, comment, ask me more questions, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And thank you once again so much for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time. Ooh, my voice kind of cracked weird there.